Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. As always, still raining. Still raining.
I boated in today.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Looks like maybe it's going to move out. Maybe there will be some baseball played today. Maybe not. I don't know. But as usual, it has been there at Hoover. There is baseball games scheduled this morning, but it ain't happening. Yeah. It's hard to get it in between the raindrops. But nonetheless, Auburn will no longer be participating in Hoover. They are kind of sitting back, waiting now for this to all come to a culmination and then find out where they will be going or whether they will be hosting a regional. Did Auburn lose that opportunity to host a regional? We'll find out. We'll see. But there's no question Auburn will be making the postseason. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But they fell to Kentucky yesterday, somewhat dramatic fashion. Auburn, the bats kind of have gone silent, but Sonny DeShera hits a bomb in the eighth inning, bottom of the eighth, to get Auburn tied 1-1. They go to the ninth inning, and I think Blake Burkhalter, who was pitching his second full inning, maybe starting his – I think he had pitched like an inning, essentially an inning and two-thirds, and he was basically starting that third inning or second 2.1 or whatever however you want to look at it, and gave up back-to-back solo shots, which is, it just is what it is.
Scratch your head.
Two great swings.
Yeah.
Kentucky had kind of been silent too. Auburn had done a really good job. Carson Skipper started that game and looked really, really good. But nonetheless, Kentucky comes back. They take a 3-1 lead. Auburn gets a couple of guys on in the ninth, but can't do anything with it. Can't scratch a run across. But so their season, regular season, has now come to an end. We'll talk about that a little bit, break that down. We talked a little bit, pretty good bit yesterday, Caleb and I did, about this new scheduling. The spring meetings for SEC football going to be taking place here coming up very shortly. And one of the biggest topics will be the new SEC schedule, with the conference expanding to 16 teams, adding Oklahoma and Texas, while Oklahoma and Texas won't have a vote as far as how this new schedule will be implemented. It appears, as though it's how it's being reported, that it is up to, or there are only two possibilities. Auburn, essentially they're doing away with divisions and saying every team will either be an 8-game schedule or it will be a 9-game schedule. Now, Auburn, the SEC plays an 8-game schedule now, but you play every team in your division, and then you play 2 rotators. Now it would be essentially the SEC broken into an upper echelon and a lower echelon, and you would either have 1 permanent opponent and 6 rotators, where you would play every team home and away within a 4-year period, or you'll have 3 permanent opponents and 6 rotating opponents in the league. Like if you had an upper echelon and a lower echelon, and we'll break that down a little bit more specific and talk about that as some examples that have been thrown out there. But then you would have 2 from, like, if let's say Auburn's in the upper echelon, you would have 2 opponents from there, i.e. maybe Alabama and Georgia, and 1 opponent from the lower echelon. If you were in the lower echelon, you would have 2 opponents from that part of the conference, and only one from the upper echelon to kind of balance things out and create some parity in the league. So we'll talk about that. Love to get your thoughts. What do you think is the best? How important are the traditional rivalries like an Auburn, Georgia, like an Alabama, Tennessee? Because if you went to one permanent, those would not be absolutely every year matchups. And are you willing to lose that? If you had the choice, would you want Auburn to play? I don't think there's any doubt that Auburn and Alabama would be a permanent. But if you had 3 permanent opponents, would you want Auburn, Georgia, and somebody? Would you want LSU to be a part of that? Would you want Florida to be a part of that? Auburn-Florida game was a rivalry for many, many, many years. Mm-hmm. So I'd love to get your thoughts on that. 256-234-6221. You can also dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z, and comment away. We'll look at Bruce Pearl's new contract. The details are out about it and his and his assistants and what they make and the breakdown of their contracts. We may look at that if we have a little time today. So, again, thank you so much for all of you out there being with us on this rainy Thursday afternoon. David, how you doing today?
Good.
Okay.
Anniversary today.
That's what I remember now from Monday.
Yeah, Andy, we were married when you were 3 years old.
I was the ring bearer. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, 43 years today, so we're going to take a little afternoon trip over.
78?
Huh? 79.
79.
We're going to go over to Wetumpka and enjoy a little just dinner. Yeah. Our Place Cafe.
Right. You tell me about it now. What is Our Place? Have you been there before? Right?
I have.
We talking steak?
We're talking steak.
We talking filet mignon tonight?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're talking.
All right. Melt in your mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
We're talking.
The size of
I had a very light lunch about 30 minutes ago. Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking there.
What kind of sides are we looking at?
Oh, they have a delicious salad. I'll probably just
mac
go
and
with
cheese. Is it
baked potato, mac and cheese.
Are you an asparagus guy?
Yeah.
Love asparagus.
Love asparagus with a steak.
Yeah.
They have some really nice seafood. It's just a really quaint, cool venue. It's got an upstairs and a downstairs, right there on a little side road before you get into downtown Wetumpka. But we're going to go to Sweet Home Books and market shops and the Provisions, Wines, Cheese, and Chocolate store and just make an afternoon of it. So I'm good today.
I hope the rain moves out.
Well, my brother had just commented he's in Hoover, pouring rain again in Hoover today. And Dale, I think maybe mid-afternoon looks like they might can start getting some baseball in. It
seems like there's a window in every day.
Yeah.
And, if you can, you might have about a 3-hour period where you could get a game in, and they may take advantage of it. Hopefully they will.
Well, Andy, last night, Texas A&M is sitting up in the bleachers. And all of a sudden, they all get up and start walking out. They were supposed to play that game after the was it Alabama-Arkansas? Mm-hmm. And canceled that one last night. And it wasn't raining at that point. I mean, they know the weather better than I do up there. But, let's dive into Auburn baseball. Look, the bright side is this. Now, let's go with the gloomy side first. We're trending in the wrong direction. We are. And I told you before the show, it reminds me of basketball season.
Yeah.
We peaked really early, 19-game winning streak. Everybody was talking about nationwide. And then we hit some bumps and didn't finish the way we needed to. So that's what's happening with baseball. Look at 2 teams that are very hot right now, Kentucky, Alabama. Unfortunately, Kentucky's the only team in the league that won a series against Tennessee. And just unfortunate, that was our last series. They got us, then we had to play them in the first game of the – but considering that we were picked to the bottom of the West preseason, I still think there's some upside for this team. Upside, obviously, now is rest for the pitchers. And I heard some people complaining about why was Burkhalter needed to throw. And the next day that I coach Division I baseball will be my first day. So I'm not questioning Butch Thompson and Tim Hudson, not even going to go there. That's ridiculous.
Well, you need your best out there because I think Auburn felt like they needed to win that game.
Yeah.
And So you roll out there. He had breezed through an inning and 2/3.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, the kid that hit the first home run, Andy, dead center.
They said that was his third home run all year long.
He'd hit 3. I think that was his 4th.
Okay.
Dead center. Hoover is a canyon.
Yeah, it's about 405, 406 feet up.
That's what's going to be interesting about Tennessee, Andy. You know, they play in that little cracker box up there in Knoxville and just kill the ball. It's going to be interesting to see how the wind and the size of that field plays into Tennessee's offense if they ever get to play a game.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Speaking about Auburn, you mentioned in the way that they finished the year. Okay, you lose a series to Tennessee. You lose a series to Arkansas. You lose a series to Kentucky. You lose 3 out of the 4 series. The one series you win, apparently now Alabama may be the hottest team in the SEC. That's the one you win.
Yeah.
And it could have been a sweep, but of course we know what happened with that.
Another rain delay got us.
However, I'll argue to say, Tennessee was the #1 team in the country. It was at their place. You're not supposed to win that series.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at Kentucky.
Arkansas, great team. They were number, I think, 2 at the time.
Yeah.
Or maybe not number 2. They were number 5, something like that.
4 or 5, that's correct.
So one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah.
So, I mean, did Auburn just play a really, really high level of competition? Now, you can't make that argument about Kentucky. Auburn really doesn't have any excuse for going up there and losing 2 of 3 to Kentucky. They should have. Well, I say that 3 of 4 now.
Except for the fact that they're just
to Kentucky.
Playing well right now.
They are playing extremely well. So.
And you said it. Baseball's crazy. Baseball's nuts.
But Auburn needs to. They just need to circle the wagons a little bit and set up their pitching staff. Because I love the bullpen. I think it's, not discounting what happened against Kentucky, giving up 2 solo shots, just inexplicably. But I think Auburn's got the pitching to win a regional. I'm not sure they've got enough to win, to get to a World Series, but they got enough to win a regional, maybe go to a super regional. But the bats have got to. I mean, Sonny DeShare is still crushing the ball. But
off and on.
Everybody.
Everybody's
got to pick him up.
Rambush is in a slump.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I didn't see yesterday, Andy. I didn't see a whole lot of enthusiasm. Now, Butch Thompson is as laid back a guy as you'll ever meet. That's good in a way. Even keel, doesn't let the bad get to him, doesn't get too high over the good. But I didn't see any enthusiasm at all out of Auburn until DeShera hit
they were juiced when that happened.
Monster shot. So these guys need to go back to what got them there, have fun, and quit worrying about all the extra stuff. Just play. That's the approach they're going to have to take going into the region. And I still think we're going to host a region. I do.
Up against a break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
GMC Sierra 1500 AT4s, all-terrain four-wheel drives, are ready to roll now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika and discounted up to $3,800 off. And check out the GMC heavy-duty 2500s and 3500s. GMC Acadia, save up to $4,500 now with 0% financing on most new GMC models.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Today, we are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center with 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. You will be glad that you did. I think, 16 seeds, right, in the NCAA baseball tournament. Mm-hmm. There's no question. Auburn has been, they have said maybe about an 8 seed for most of the year. They're going to host a regional. Yeah. They're going to be one of those top 16.
Yeah, I can't see us slipping.
You made a good point about, if you were able to maintain and hold on to that number 8, that meant if you won the regional, you'd be hosting.
You're going to host.
The number 9 seed probably to come to you to have to for the super regional. So that would be a big benefit with that, but Auburn may have lost that.
Well, Andy, here's the thing. Okay, let's say we're the 13th seed. That would mean there would have to be about 4 upsets in those top 8 regionals for us to bump that far up to host a super regional. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening. But if there are a bunch of upsets and we're still up there close to that 8, I can't see it now with how this has ended. Last time I looked, we were around 10 or 11 RPI. We've probably slipped a couple of more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all there for us, and it just wasn't meant to be. But there again, I just hope we don't have to go to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
And I don't think we'll host a regional. I stand by that. And we'll know. My wife said, well, why do they have to finish the SEC tournament on Sunday? They said that. I said, well, because Sunday night's when the selection show comes on.
Yeah.
So we will know Sunday evening. Monday, when you and I do the show, we'll have it all out in front of us. And hoping for the best for our Auburn Tigers for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna check with the higher ups to see if we're actually going to do a show on Memorial Day.
Oh, that's right. It's Memorial Day.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. We may. I mean, if you want to do one, I mean, I got nothing to do. But Ryan may not. He may not be interested.
Yeah, we might not have
coming
an
up here
engineer. Yeah, we might have to
Memorial Day. But anyway,
pass that.
All right, so new SEC schedule, David. Number one, right off the bat, 1 permanent with 7 rotators on an 8-game schedule, or 3 permanents and 6 rotators on a 9-game schedule. What say you? Which would you prefer? How important are traditional rivalries as far as you're concerned?
Well, I love the traditional rivalries, but I also love getting around and playing some of these teams we don't get to see very often. I also am torn. I know Caleb said he's a 9-game schedule guy. I'm torn between I don't like the cupcake games necessarily, but I like the fact that Auburn is so giving in their playing in-state teams, the Troys, the UABs, the Samfords, the Alabama States, the Alabama A&Ms, and giving those schools an opportunity to get on the big stage and make a little money. I'm for that. But I'm fine either way. The question that I have for you has to do with the upper and lower deal. I mean, what are the parameters or the guidelines for being upper or lower?
I'm sure that, well.
And is that a sliding scale? Okay.
That has to be reevaluated.
Yeah.
That cannot be set in stone.
No, let's say a higher up echelon team just stumbles and falls and has 2 or 3 bad years, or opposite with a lower team. I'm not crazy about the upper and lower deal here.
Now, the only one that, I mean, now, you know, you could say Kentucky's playing their way into an upper echelon team.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, for that matter, used to be no-brainer in the upper echelon. They have played their way into a lower echelon team as we speak. Now, that's not set in stone. Those may change. Ole Miss trying to play their way up into an upper echelon team. And if they do that, I mean, if you look, I guess Auburn would be the one that's trying to if whoever's pushing them up is trying to kick them out, they're the one that's going to be kicked out, I would guess. So that there's some interesting, you know, tidbit there. But Texas, do they belong in the upper echelon? Now, you would never be able to, you know, convince them that they don't. And they would probably say, look, we're not even going to come to the SEC if we're going to be considered a lower echelon team. Whether they are or not, whether the record, proves that or not. But nonetheless.
It'd be like a little kid that's got all the money in the world and everything he wants and being told he can't do something.
That's true.
Exactly. So.
But I'm with you. I don't mind the fact, 9-game schedule is fine with me. But what do you got to, as we move forward with the expansion of the playoff on the horizon, what's best for the SEC?
Yeah.
What's best for Auburn particularly?
Yeah.
Is it, is preserving the rivalry of Georgia, is that what's best for Auburn? No, what's best for Auburn is our 3 permanent opponents to be Vandy, South Carolina, and Missouri. That's what's best for Auburn.
That ain't happening.
But that is not going to happen. All right, so
at this point, that's what's best for Auburn.
Is it about equity? Is it about equality? You want to try to balance the schedule,
And here's the other thing, Andy. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
Listen to this. How are they going to do this? These schedules are made years in advance. So if you're reevaluating and some shuffling needs to be made between upper and lower, what are you going to do now? You've already got the schedules made out for years.
You're going to have to set fire to them, I guess, and start over. And, well, I mean, you knew that going in.
Inquiring minds want to know.
You're going to have to add Texas and Oklahoma. That's going to be
that's right.
a different aspect of it.
Maybe Texas.
Maybe. Welcome, or don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left to end today's show, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. They are saving people literally thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Eric McKinley and his team, they are always looking out for your best interest. They will be proactive in finding the best interest rate out there for you that possibly you can get, and they really absolutely can save you a ton of money if you're in the market to refinance. That is the company for you, the Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro. All right, so we were talking about this, and Luke chimes in Luke fashion, and don't think it didn't cross my mind. But Luke says, not sure Auburn wants South Carolina as a permanent. Yeah, we've lost the last two. Seriously, though, the trio for Auburn should be, he thinks, Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss, or Mississippi State. Alabama's, he thinks, should be Auburn, Tennessee, and Mississippi State. Okay.
That's geographically that sounds right.
What if I say I don't want to lose Auburn LSU? That game has produced some of the most miraculous and incredible games over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose that one. I mean, and you know, I realize that Auburn, Georgia is the longest one, but and there's also something to be said. If you're going to give Auburn, Alabama, and Georgia, the two, which is without any doubt, right now, the two most dominant teams in the conference, then you got to give us something else. If you're going to give us that, then you got to give us Vandy.
Give us Vandy. Yeah.
But then again, I say that, and Auburn lost a couple to Vandy too. So Auburn will find a way sometimes to be inept. But nonetheless.
Andy, bottom line is this. There's a lot of people that are going to sit back and go, yeah, I like this. There's going to be a lot of teams that are going to say, this is bull crap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, Alabama and Tennessee. Yes, that's that goes back a long way. Are you telling me that Alabama and LSU wouldn't play every year? The majority of the country certainly would be upset with that.
Yeah.
They look far more forward to that game than they would Alabama, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Now, is that what's best for Alabama? No, I would think if you go for a 10-year span, LSU is going to be better than Tennessee, probably for more those years than you would then not. But so you could balance it a lot of different ways. You could. This is the way Sports Illustrated did it. Let's just look at that. They had Texas A&M, LSU, Texas, and Mississippi State. Texas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Arkansas. Now, that's pretty cool. Kind of an old Southwest Conference deal. Oklahoma's three permanent, Texas, Missouri, and Florida. LSU's three permanent, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Alabama. Alabama's Auburn, Tennessee, and LSU. Now, that's pretty tough. I'll give you that. Auburn, Georgia, and Vandy. Georgia, Auburn, Florida, and Kentucky. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and Oklahoma. So there's your upper echelon teams. Your lower echelon teams, Missouri's permanent three, Oklahoma, Arkansas, South Carolina. Arkansas's permanent three, Missouri, Texas, Kentucky. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, LSU, Vandy. Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Kentucky, Texas A&M. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Auburn. A permanent for Vandy, okay. Tennessee's three permanent, Vandy, Alabama, and South Carolina. I think Tennessee kind of comes off pretty good there.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Yep.
Kentucky, Mississippi State, Arkansas, and Georgia, and South Carolina, Florida, Mizzou, and Tennessee. So, yeah, look, again, I mean, you got 14 different athletic directors, and I'm sure coaches whispering in their ears telling them this is what's best for us, this is what's acceptable, this is what's not. I tend to believe we're probably moving toward the 9-game schedule and the 3 permanent.
Yeah.
Because that, it makes a little bit more sense. That way you still keep the 3 out-of-conference games that you can offer a smaller school to help them out if you wanted to. But
Andy, that's why yesterday when I called, I think SEC Network should televise the spring meetings.
Yeah.
Every second. To be a fly on that wall. This is going to be the most incredible set of meetings these guys have been through in a while. Because of this, because of the Jimbo and Saban drama, it's just going to be interesting to see how this thing pans out.
No question about it. Now, again, that's just one person's opinion, and I think that's fairly balanced. This is their criterion on that. Considering the primary and secondary rivalries, using geography, creating as much equity as possible, and so that matchups I think are about as equitable as you can get. But
except for one, Andy.
Okay.
Geography.
Yeah.
Oklahoma and Florida.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
You're not going to be able to
the
be
two
perfect.
farthest teams
Yeah.
away from one another.
Not going to be able to do that with everybody.
No.
If you want to balance out the power as well. So.
Yeah.
What do you think? Who would you like to see as Auburn's? If you had a choice, if it was up to you, who would Auburn's permanent 3 opponents be? Alabama, Georgia, Vandy, Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Auburn's been playing Mississippi State for a long, long time. That's a pretty long. Hell, is it a rivalry? I mean, Auburn has dominated it as of until here recently, but it is what it is. So I'd love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. Dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page of Sports with a Z. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after these messages.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Pass with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Alex City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the river region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Big Fish Real Estate. We appreciate their sponsorship of today's show. Quite appropriate on a day like today. Big Fish Real Estate. I feel like I'm underwater. But for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or you can look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Let's see here. Luke says Auburn LSU will still play twice every 4 years. Yeah, I mean, I get it, and I know that's kind of the whole point is that everybody plays everybody home and away in a 4-year period, which I'm all for that. That's wonderful. I mean, what is it? I don't think Georgia's visited Texas A&M yet.
Yeah.
And Texas A&M's been in the league since 2013.
Yeah.
So, or 2012. So, yeah, that didn't make any sense. And I like it, but I would argue that to reverse the same way to say, okay, Auburn and Georgia, it's not like they would lose that rivalry. It would still just be every other year. So it's just a matter of which one would you rather play every single year, Georgia or LSU or anybody else for that matter. Bill says he likes Alabama, Georgia, and Vandy being the 3. Luke says he likes Alabama, Georgia, and LSU. That's not good for Auburn. All 3 of those together, no. That'd be too much. I'd love. I mean, it's not like we don't do that now.
Well, Andy, you said it at the break, and I'm just going to share it with everybody. We're tired of falling on the sword. This coming year, we have the toughest schedule in the country. Last year, we had the second toughest schedule in the country. And you're going
and every year before that, we've had at some point the top 3 or 4 schedule in the country.
So, something got to give here for us. Yeah, I mean, now obviously we all hope this thing turns around and we're one of the top dogs in the conference again, as we have been off and on.
And that will happen. I mean, it may not. The whole point is, can we get there to stay?
Yeah.
And be more consistent.
Yeah.
Auburn getting there to that top has not been a problem. It's staying there that's been the challenge.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
And it's harder to stay there than it is to get there. Bottom line.
And it's seemingly we're swimming in the wrong direction right now, it would seem.
Yeah.
But we will see about that. We just got a few minutes left in this segment. Bruce Pearl's contract, the details of it have come out. Interestingly, Bruce Pearl, Wes Flanagan, Ira Bowman, and Stephen Pearl all make the same amount of money. Well, $250,000 base salary.
Yeah.
Now, that ain't bad. That ain't a bad living.
No, it's not.
$250,000, that's your base salary.
$250,000 there.
All right, so now endorsements, Bruce Pearl, that's where it changes a little bit, Bruce Pearl, just endorsements, makes $2,575,000, and there is a escalator built into his contract, $125,000 a year.
What's the movie? The guy says just a smidge.
When your raise is $125,000, you're doing all right. All right, so Wes Flanagan, his endorsement deal, $62,500.
Yeah.
62.5. Ira Bowman, $45,000, and Stephen Pearl, $22,500. $22,500. All right, for an appearance fee, or for his appearances, Bruce Pearl, $2.1 $1.57 million.
Yeah.
Again, with a $125,000 escalator in there. So all told, he's making a little north of $5 million for endorsements and appearances.
Yeah.
That's where his money comes from.
So he could probably take that base salary and just give it to charity.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So he's making essentially what, he's making about 5.7 a year now.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Now he's worth every penny, don't get me wrong. Same thing with West Flang. I mean, he's making the same thing, 62.5 and Ira Bowman, so forth. It's incentive-laced contract.
Yeah.
It's like here on the Auburn Blitz. The more, viewers we get, well, never mind. We don't get anything.
I hadn't seen any of that.
Okay, no.
That wasn't in my contract.
Maybe we can work on that. Okay, so.
And Andy, then from there on, of course, with the 3 assistants, you're looking at the exact same breakdown.
Right.
For SEC, NCAA, around the 32, 16, 8, Final Four title championships. The numbers are the same. Of course, Bruce's are a little higher.
Well, there's a lot of, and here's the interesting, okay, so, for instance, an assistant, West Flanagan, Bowman, Pearl, 10% of their contract, or 10% of their salary, a 10% bonus. So 10% of $250,000, I'm not a math major, $25,000, correct?
Yeah.
So if they make the Elite Eight, $25,000 bonus for the basketball assistants. All right. If they make the Sweet 16, Bruce Pearl, $50,000 bonus. Interestingly, Bruce does not have a bonus if they make the Elite Eight. But if they make the Final Four, $100,000 bonus.
Yeah.
Title game, $100,000, and they win the championship, $200,000 bonus. That's a pretty good incentive.
There's money to be made.
I think it's like he can only have like $600,000 worth of bonuses total.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So that you can do your own figure in there.
Well, there's only $700,000 built in right there, Andy, if my math is correct.
So there you go.
That's almost the whole thing.
Yeah. But anyway, that is just, it's funny how that works. If you were to say Bruce Pearl's base salary is $250,000.
And people say, that's not a whole lot of money.
I mean, that's and you wonder why, the rest of the job. The coaching part is the easy part.
Oh, yeah.
It's what you do all the other times with the meetings and the glad handing and the commercials and all the other. I mean, it's the demands on your time.
Some guys are cut out for that, Bruce Pearl being one of them.
Yeah, some guys are not.
Other guys are not. So.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break, but we'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday, right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local CAT dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David taking you up to 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Join us tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. Penn State going to make a return trip to the Plains. It'll be a 2:30 game on CBS. It has been designated all orange.
Really?
They whited us out, baby. We're going to orange them in.
We're going to orange them out.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, like, for baseball, Andy, and I didn't even realize this till on into the season because I went to a lot of Sunday games. Sunday games at Auburn baseball are orange. You wear orange. So I'm glad I knew that ahead
Baseball
of time.
Sunday, you wear orange?
Yeah, orange.
Okay.
So I'm glad I know they knew that already about the game. So, and you said some people were upset, wanted it to be a night game. You know. It doesn't matter to me. As long as it's not at dang 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I mean, at 2:30 would be pretty rough. That first half with the sun baking the left side of my face.
You and I know this well, don't we?
Will be tough. But, hey, look, I mean, this is a big time. I mean, there's nothing quite like a night game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. I think we all, certainly all Auburn fans would say that. And I get
they got
it.
us at night. Too,
but will it be loud? Of course it will be, incredibly loud. I think it'll be an incredible atmosphere, and I don't think just because it's starts at 2:30 it will take anything away from it.
And I'm calling College Game Day will be on campus as well.
Think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll hold you to that, David.
Okay.
I'm marking it down.
And if not them, at least SEC Nation. One of them's going to be there.
Okay. Well, that's not really the same thing, is it?
It's not even close. Well, because Feinbaum's on the SEC Nation. So.
That's true. On this day, 1993, I remember. Everybody remembers where they were when Carlos Martinez hit a ball that bounced off the head of Jose Canseco and went over the fence for a home run.
He had a hard head. There was no doubt about it.
Jose Canseco, I every year when this comes up, I think about the guy was a phenom.
Yeah.
He was considered one of the greatest. He was the first guy to go, 40-40, right?
Yeah.
It's just something that was unthinkable. And be a big guy like now. Was he juiced? Yes. But he was a phenomenal baseball player. And now he's a joke.
Yeah.
It's just it's just sad.
Yep. Yep.
Happy birthday today, Al Jolson, one of the jazz musicians, greatest jazz musicians ever, right?
Well, there's another
Al Jolson.
greatest jazz musician on this list today,
Yes,
too.
there is. Born on this day, 1886, Al Jolson. Happy birthday today, Marion Robert Morrison.
You got me on
known
this
by
one.
many other names.
What's
John
that?
Wayne.
Oh, really?
The Duke. Rooster Cogburn.
I thought his name was John Wayne.
Marion Robert Morrison.
Wow.
John Wayne,
How
born on
about
this
that?
day, 1907. Peter Cushing,
Mhm.
a lot of vampire movies.
Yeah.
And he was
Horror movie.
Grand Moff Tarkin
Yeah.
from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. James Arness. Matt Dillon. Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
Maybe the longest running character of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brother of Peter Graves. A lot of people don't know
Did
that.
not know that. How about that?
1923, Miles Davis.
There he is.
You do some Miles Davis songs?
I do. I do So What off of Kinda Blue.
Okay.
One of the greatest jazz albums ever recorded.
Was he a trumpetist as well?
Trumpet.
Okay.
Yeah. Weird cat. I read his autobiography and almost cried. It was so sad.
Really?
The drugs and the self-destructive. But now, and I didn't really start listening to him until I picked the horn back up 10 years ago. But yeah, Miles is my guy.
Okay.
Love him.
Born on this day, 1926. Brent Musburger, one of the great
Always enjoyed
commentators, college commentators. The Auburn Eagles, he always said one time. 1939, Levon Helm, the band.
Oh, yeah.
Up on Cripple Creek.
Yes. She
The
sends
Weight.
me if I spring a leak. She meant me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tremendous. He was also in Coal Miner's Daughter. He played her father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
Darrell Evans played for the Braves. Actually led the AL in home runs, I think, in 1985. Stevie Nicks.
Oh.
They get a lot better than Stevie Nicks, huh?
No, it does not.
1948, Hank Williams Jr. Born on this day. 1940, a lot of great musical talent.
Yeah.
Born on this day.
Absolutely.
May the 26th. Dan Pastorini. He was a backup quarterback in the NFL. Pam Grier. Ooh.
Get Christy Love. Was that
Black
her?
exploitation.
Yeah. Christy Love.
Back in the day.
Yes.
In the 70s. Man, in the 70s, Pam Grier was what it was all about.
She was it.
She was it.
Absolutely.
19, Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
Foxy Brown.
That's it. That's it.
1949, Philip Michael Thomas, Ricardo Tubbs from Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Born on this day, 1949. Wesley Walker, he was a receiver with the Eagles, I believe. 1955. Bobcat Goldthwait. He was in the police academy. I never
The Voice.
I never understood why he was funny. He was just the oddest, weirdest, and most annoying.
Yeah.
He just
It was strange.
It was just strange.
Yeah, it was.
Odd.
I don't get
Lenny Kravitz, born on this day.
Wow.
Are you going to go my way?
Yeah.
1964. Greg Lloyd, fearsome defensive end for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was the first guy I remember wearing one of those face masks. It was like 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
I mean, just 1965. And Helena Bonham Carter, born on this day, 1966. She's in a lot of who's the guy? He did the Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, yeah.
He did Batman. I can't even think of his name.
Andy, of all the shows I've done, this is the greatest collection of musicians we've had for birthdays.
I would agree.
Unbelievable.
May 26th. Mark that one down.
Yeah.
Hank Jr., Miles Davis, Al Jolson, Stevie Nicks, Levon Helm.
Hank Williams Jr.
The list goes
Kravitz.
on. John Wayne, for crying out loud.
I'll throw him in there, too. Yep.
Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We got to go. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.